Arsenal podcast. And today is a very different, kind of segment. It's something new that we're doing this season, featuring myself, Colin of Much Arsenal. If you haven't subscribed to Much Arsenal yet, please do so, if you want, of course. But today we're going to be going through the entire game week of the Premier League. Well, the opening week of the Premier League, really. I'm glad it's back, to be honest. I'm getting bored. No football in my life? No. We can't be having that. But what we are going to do, lads, is we're going to go through all the games for each week. And, you guys are going to give me some predictions as well. So, yeah, it should be fun. We've got Adam Juan in the chat. Hello from America. Nice to see you, Adam. Ashwin's in the chat. Hello from South Africa. Where is Craig? This is a different segment, Ashwin. This is just like me doing this. Craig will be back at some point, so don't fret. Craig's not going anywhere. He's still here. Okay. Brandon Jason Grosso. Good evening. 9 out of 10 window. Mate, I'll get onto that on my own channel. Trust me. But we need to go through the Premier League games because that's what this segment's all about. That's what this segment is all about. Really, Junior Gunner, Awobi's gone. I don't know. I haven't looked at my phone yet. Jesus Christ. Is that actually true? Like, I don't know. I've honestly, lads, I've not even looked at my phone yet. Okay. The first game that we're going to look at, and Giles is in the chat as well. Evening, Giles. How you doing, mate? Liverpool and Norwich City. I feel like this is an easy one to kind of call. Like, I don't know. The Arsenal fan in me wants to go with a Norwich win, but I'm going to be honest, okay? I'm going to be honest. I'm going to go with a Liverpool win here. And I can't see anything but a 3-0 win for Liverpool. I can't. Like, Liverpool have a fantastic squad. Like, make no mistake about it. Norwich are just coming up. They'll want to prove themselves again. But Norwich really have, they've kind of like flirted with relegation whenever they've been in the Premier League. So, yeah, I can't see anything other than a Liverpool win. So, yeah, I'm going 3-0. I'm going 3-0. On the Saturday, West Ham versus Manchester City. Now, I don't like either of these teams, I'm just saying. But listen, you guys, if you want to get involved in the chat, leave your predictions in the chat or in the comments if you're watching this on back. So, yeah, it should be fun. Let's see here. West Ham and Manchester City. Oh, I don't know. I mean, part of me wants, like, West Ham to win, but I can't see anything other than a Manchester City win. I can't. It's the same thing with Norwich and Liverpool, really. West Ham, they've got a decent squad, but Manchester City is they're just a whole different beast. I'm going, like Ashwin Watkins has said in the chat, I'm going 2-0 City. End of discussion. End of discussion. Now, the next one is a bit more intriguing. Bournemouth and Sheffield United. Oh, I don't know with this one. I mean, Sheffield United, they're just coming up. Bournemouth have been in the Premier League for a few seasons now. I don't know. That one's tricky. I'm going to go with a 1-1 there. I don't know. What do you guys think in the chat? What we're saying for Bournemouth and Sheffield United? What we're saying with that one? I'm going 1-1. I'm probably going to get that wrong. I will get some wrong. Lads, it's natural. I will get some wrong. Believe me, I will. So, yeah. I mean, that one's tricky because, Sheffield United, I don't really know too much about their squad. I mean, Bournemouth have been in the Premier League for a few seasons. They've got some decent players in there. But I don't know. I reckon Sheffield United are going to nick a point in that one. I don't know why. I really don't know why. I don't know. Do you know what? I probably won't watch that game because I'm just like, you know what? It's one of those games that I couldn't care less about. Do you know what I mean? The next one, Burnley and Southampton. Wow. And again, another tricky one. I'm going to go with a Southampton win. I'm going to go with a Southampton 1-0 win. Now, don't get me wrong. This is a tricky one to call because both Burnley and Southampton have established themselves as Premier League sides. But what kind of gives it to Southampton for me, right, is their manager. Hasenhüttl is a class manager. Class. What he's done for that squad, you can't underestimate that. Yes, he's kind of, come from the Bundesliga. Last season was really his first season in the job. But if he can build on what he had last season, then he's got something there. So whether or not Southampton can do something this season is another question. However, I would just give it to Southampton purely because I think they've got a better squad. And to add on top of that, I don't like Burnley. There's just something about Burnley that I don't like. But that's not played into my... That hasn't played into my judgment here, just to clarify. Okay? Now, the next one. Crystal Palace and Everton. I mean, Everton have done some fantastic business. Moise Keane's come in. Iwobi's come in. I mean, how Raul's got 40 million for Alex Iwobi, I will never know. Can we just get this man a statue outside the Emirates? Is that can we just do that for him, please? I don't know. Lads, I don't know what I'm chatting. I honestly, I don't know what I'm chatting. Oh. But, yeah, Palace haven't really improved that much. I mean, they've got Gary Cahill, all right. They've kept Zaha, so I suppose that's a positive for them. But to me, Everton, they just have a better side. Moise Keane, Iwobi, Richarlison, that front three can be deadly. I mean, Iwobi's, inconsistent, but if he can improve his output at Everton, he'll smash it. So I reckon, I don't know. I'm going to go with a 2-0 Everton win. Now, my thought process behind that is very simple. Everton have done immense business this window. Crystal Palace haven't really improved too much. So, I don't know. It's whether Everton can be more consistent than they were last season. I reckon they'll get the 3 points in that one. I really do. 2-0 for Everton for me. The next one, Watford and Brighton and Hove Albion. Now, Watford have just gotten Danny Welbeck on a free, which, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm happy to see the back of him because, quite frankly, he was never good enough for Arsenal Football Club. Like when we spent 60 million on him, and I remember that summer window very well. We were linked with the likes of like Remy, Cavani, one of them rumors that gets banded around every summer apparently, and you had a wealth of strikers to choose from, and we leave it late, and we get Danny Welbeck for £16 million. Now, I'm not saying Danny Welbeck's like doesn't work hard. He obviously does, but he was just never good enough for Arsenal ever. And I'm happy to see the back of him, to be honest. But one thing I will say about Danny Welbeck, he will never moan. He will try hard every time. So I can't hate on him for that. I really can't hate on him for that. In regards to Watford and Brighton, I've got Brighton as one of my 3 to go down. So I reckon Watford will get the win here. I'm going with a 2-0 Watford win. And between you and me, lads, I'm kind of hoping Danny Welbeck bags one. I mean, we know his finishing's god-awful, but, you know, it is what it is. I do reckon that Watford will win. I really, really do. So, to me, Brighton, they escaped by the skin of their teeth last season. Skin of their teeth, right? And Watford, they were fantastic last season. Fantastic. So I don't see anything other than a Watford win. And now the final game of the Saturday. That lot versus Villa. Oh, boy. See, this is tricky because the Arsenal fan in me wants to say a Villa win. He wants to say a Villa win, lads. Really, he does. But I have to be honest. And that's what annoys me because I hate them. I hate that lot. I can't see anything other. Well, actually, no. No. Villa have done some decent business. Although Tottenham, it's a tough game for Villa to start with. Tottenham away. Oh, do you know what? I'm going to put my neck on the line here. And I'm going to say 1-1. I know... I know you can, lads, you can call me deluded, but I reckon Villa will be tougher than people think. Like, Tottenham have done decent business this window, as much as I hate to admit it. And Ndombele is a good signing. And they've gotten Ryan Sessegnon as well. That's a decent bit of business. They've got Lo Celso on loan. I don't know too much about him, but they've done quite well. But Aston Villa, they've not done bad business themselves. They've gotten in Bjorn Engels. So I don't know too much about him. Jalsa's saying he's a quality defender. If that's the case, then all right. But I don't know, man. Do you know what? I'm sticking with my prediction. 1-1. If you guys disagree, let me know in the chat. All right? Let me know. Okay? But it's listen, I'll get stuff wrong. I know I will. Right? If this is one of the ones I get wrong, I'll be sort of okay with it. Because, I mean, I'm not too bothered about Tottenham, should be told. Like, I don't know. Anyway, on to the Sunday's games. Leicester and Wolves. Oh, Jesus. This could be a damn good game. Like, Wolves have signed Cutrone from AC Milan, which is a decent bit of business. Cutrone's a decent striker. I wouldn't say he's world class, but he wasn't getting in ahead of Piatek. The only thing that annoys me is that Milan have just sold Catrone, who, when Piatek inevitably goes to a bigger club, they need someone to fill the void. And they've just sold someone that can fill that void. No. But I reckon Wolves will win it. I do. Wolves have done fantastic since they got promoted. And what they did last season was phenomenal. No one expected them to do as well as they did. Nobody. Not even me. I had them like finishing 11th, 12th kind of position, but certainly not in the top 8. No chance. But they surprised me pleasantly. And I like their manager. I do. I like their manager. If we, like, I don't see Emery being here like longer than 3 years. If Emery were to go, the Wolves manager is the one that I would want, because tactically he's very, very, very good, and he has an eye for players, and players play for him. Like, his man management is very good as well. So if we went for him, if Emery went, I'd be all right with it. But I reckon Wolves will win it. I don't think it'll be I don't think it'll be as one-sided. It will be close. Like, Leicester have done okay transfer business. They've signed Jose Perez from Newcastle, who we'll get onto in a minute. But on the whole, lads, it's going to be close. It really is going to be close. I reckon it'll be a 2-1 Wolves win. So, yeah, I can see it being tight. And to be honest with you, if Arsenal were playing at 2 p.m., I might have watched that, because it sounds like a good game. Now, on to Arsenal, what every one of us wants to talk about. We play Newcastle United on the Sunday, away from home. Now, I like our business. I really, really do. Like, this, for me, is the best transfer window we've had in 10 years. Easily. Easily. If David Luiz gets over the line. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not over the moon about David Luiz. Okay? But he's a centre-back. And let's be real. He's better than Mustafi. He's better than Mustafi. In fact, my brother is better than Mustafi. Now, I'm not saying Arsenal should sign him up, but I don't know. David Luiz is underwhelming for me. I don't want to see him in a back four, because David Luiz in a back two doesn't work. It doesn't. Like, we've seen him exposed time after time in that kind of system. In a back three, he's fantastic. It's just his defensive awareness that worries me. He can pass the ball, but he's a very attack-minded centre-back. And that, to me, is a bit concerning. But that said, we have strengthened in key areas. And I can't say this isn't a good window. I can't say that, because if I did, I'd be ignoring the signing of Nicolas Pepe, who none of us thought we would get. None of us. Like, if you'd said to anyone, "Oh, but we've signed," if you'd said to any Arsenal fan, right, at the start of the window, "We'll get Pepe over Bayern, United, Liverpool, Napoli, and PSG," or whoever else was linked with him, you would have laughed. But the fact that we've got him shows that Raul and that mean business. So overall, I'm happy with our transfer business, which I'll go into in more detail on my own channel later. But personally, I reckon we'll beat Newcastle 3-1. I reckon we'll beat them. And the reason I say that, right, is because Newcastle right now are an absolute shambles of a football club. An absolute shambles. We thought that towards the end of Wenger's tenure, we were a shambles. They are a completely different level of shambles. One, they let Rafa Benitez go. And he wasn't even sacked. Like, they just didn't offer him a new contract. Then they bring in Steve Bruce, who is, by all things considered, a mediocre championship level manager. And they give Steve Bruce money to spend, but they don't give a proven Premier League manager in Rafa Benitez what he wants to strengthen that squad. To me, that makes no sense. That makes no sense. Why would you let Rafa go when all he wanted was guaranteed investments, and you've gone and done what Rafa wanted, but to Steve Bruce? Personally, that makes no sense. I just don't understand that at all. And I've got several Newcastle fans who I'm mates with. They're just like, what's going on? I don't know. They've made Jonathan's I don't know much about Jonathan. Like, my boy Ola, he said to me a couple of weeks ago that Jonathan will score against us because we know what we're like, Santa Claus FC. But I don't think he's going to score. If I'm honest, it's probably bound to be a stupid error that gets their goal. Now, whether Jonathan's on the end of that, I don't know. But I don't know. To be honest, I've got Newcastle in like my 3 to go down. So I don't think we'll struggle too much. But I do think we'll concede because, let's be honest, it's Arsenal. We always concede. So I'm not too worried about that. But yeah, 3-1. 3-1. And a nice start to the season, hopefully. Yeah. Newcastle are a shambles. If we don't beat them, there's something wrong. We have to get top 4 as well, never mind that. But the game of the weekend, Manchester United and Chelsea. Woo! Oh, 2 clubs that way back would have been considered title challengers. Now it's like they're just fighting to be in that top 4. It's pathetic, really. It's pathetic. Man United's transfer business has been nothing short of disgraceful. Like, for a club that would call themselves the biggest club in the world, Manchester United, they've only really signed Wan-Bissaka, Maguire, and James from Swansea. Is that going to move the needle for them? No. They're light up front. If Pogba leaves, they're fucked. So, my bad. Rephrase that. All right? If Pogba leaves, they're done. Like, I just do not see how Manchester United can be content with the window they've had. Like, with Chelsea, at least they've had the transfer ban. So they can't say that they're happy or unhappy with the window because it's gone how they expected. With United, they didn't have that excuse. So to me, Manchester United, ultimately, when it comes to the top 6, they've actually done the worst. And when you consider the type of club they are, if I was a Man United fan, I wouldn't be happy with that. Not one bit. So, my prediction for the game. I'm going with a 1-0 Chelsea win. I can see Chelsea grinding this out. And I don't know why. Honestly, lads, I do not know why. Because it just, to me, Manchester United just don't seem a threat. Like, I just don't see any threat from Man United. I just don't. Like, at least with Chelsea, they have some quality. United, all they've got is Pogba. They lose Pogba, they're done. So, yeah, 1-0 Chelsea. Let me know what you guys think in the chat. What you going with, Man United or Chelsea? Anyway, is there a game on Monday? No, there's not. Okay. Well, that is pretty much all the games that we've gone through for this week. Let's see how long we've been going for. Nearly 22 minutes. Okay. Do you know what? We'll end it on this, right? Lads, in the chat, let me know your top 6 from 6th to 1st in like descending order. For me, I'm going with United 6th, Chelsea 5th, 4th. I reckon Tottenham will be 4th, Arsenal 3rd, Liverpool 2nd, and City. Yeah, City 1st. So City are probably going to win the league for the 3rd time in a row. That's my top 6. Let's see. Archie, Chelsea, better team and manager of United. Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. Let's have a look. Archie saying here, United, Chelsea, Arsenal, Spurs, Liverpool, and City. Really? You go with Spurs over Arsenal, bro? Okay. Yeah. Wilson, let's see what his is at. Chelsea 6th, Manchester United 5th, Tottenham 4th, Arsenal 3rd, Liverpool 2nd, and Man City 1st. So we've gone for basically the same. Yeah. Let's have a looky here. Killing Maze, think Man City. So I'm guessing you think Man City are going to win the league. Okay. Callie Brandon, Ollie is a gym teacher. That's a funny one. Oh, man. Brilliant, mate. Callie, thanks for making me laugh. Fuck it up. Jesus, that's brilliant. Ashwin, Wolves, Spurs, Chelsea, Arsenal, City, and... Whoa, you think Liverpool are going to win the league? Okay. Okay, Wolves, not a bad shout, to be fair. Not a bad shout. No Man United in that top 6, though. Well, to be fair, I don't blame you for that one. I don't blame you for that at all. Archie, it's all about injuries for Arsenal. Defenders must stay fit. Yeah, we've still got a couple of injuries at the moment. Tierney's not back yet. I don't know how long Tierney's out for. I mean, they said it was 8 weeks, but Neil Lennon straight up denied that. So, I don't know. Fury going with Liverpool 1st, City 2nd, Arsenal 3rd, Tottenham 4th, Chelsea 5th, and Wolves 6th. Wow. Okay, so you know United as well. I mean, maybe I'm the only one that's got United to finish 6th. Do you know what? If Wolves finish 6th, that would not surprise me. That genuinely wouldn't surprise me. I don't know. It's going to be an interesting season. It really is going to be an interesting season. Wilson, Arsenal had a brilliant transfer window, and Raul deserves a lot of credit for what he has done. Absolutely. The whole team deserves a standing ovation. In fact, round of applause for the backroom staff, yeah? Round of applause, yeah? All right. Killing Maze. If only we had Rugani. Oh, yeah, bro. I'd want Rugani over Luiz all day long, man. David Luiz really is the only one that worries me. But apart from that, we've had a good window. Apart from that. Cali Brandon. Leicester 6th. Really, Leicester? Okay. Fair enough. Chelsea 5th. Tottenham 4th. Liverpool 3rd. Man City 2nd. Arsenal 1st. Cali, if that happens, yeah, I'll be over the moon. But I just don't see that happening. 3rd is definitely a possibility, but 1st, I don't know, mate. I don't know. If we do it, then fair enough, but I'm not getting my hopes up, put it that way. But I am excited about the season. Do not get me wrong. Wilson, I would rate Arsenal's transfer window as an 8 out of 10. I would say it's an 8.5. Because we've strengthened key areas of the pitch. So there's no reason not to rate it high. Like, we've had a very good transfer window. In fact, I would say we've had the best transfer window out of the top 6. And I'm not being biased or nothing, but Liverpool haven't bought anyone of note. Man City, not really. It's United have had a dreadful window. Tottenham have done decent. And Chelsea, well, they couldn't buy anyone. So, yeah, I would reckon we've had the best transfer window so far. Well, not so far. We've had the best transfer window because the transfer window's shut. Fury, United don't even have a proper striker up front. Selling Lukaku with no backup was a big mistake. Yeah. I've been saying this to my family, man. I've been saying this to my family. I'm just like saying to them, you're light up front. Like, why are you so happy to get rid of Lukaku? Like, okay, fine, he's not great, but he's still an out-and-out striker. Like, you have nobody there. Rashford, Martial, are they getting over 20 goals? No, not a chance. Low-key 73, still no Sideshow Bob confirmed. Well, just because it's not been confirmed, that doesn't mean it's not gone through. Like, if the club haven't confirmed it, they haven't confirmed it yet. I mean, you know what they're like. They take ages to confirm things. I mean, do you remember the Pepe thing? How long they dragged that? We all knew that was done, yet they dragged with the video like an old lady crossing the street. So it is what it is. Sakana 308. Hi, mate. Enjoying the show from Australia. Just subscribed. Sakana, thank you for subscribing to the same old Arsenal, bro. Pirate 020. Still not happy about Luiz and not addressing the right backup situation, but it's still good. 7.8 out of 10. You know what? That's still good. Like, that's fantastic. And that's a fair review of it, to be fair. Arsenal dragging it out with the video. Yeah, they always do that, man. They always do that. And Alex has joined the chat. Hey, Alex, how you doing, bro? Unique 79 in the chat. Mate, it's good to be back. Do you know what I mean? I've missed doing, like, Arsenal podcasts and whatnot. And do you know what? I'm looking forward to doing, like, future podcasts with Craig, Lee, Harry, and Graham as well on this channel. So it should be fun. Let's have a looky here. Also, Manchester United are an absolute shambles and should be embarrassed. Mate, they're supposed to be the biggest club in the world. They've had an absolute shambles of a window. It's even worse than... Do you know what? This might be controversial, right? But Manchester United's window, right, is even worse than ours was when we only signed Czech. At least that's my opinion. I don't know. Maybe I'm overdoing it a little. I don't know. Yeah. Unique 79. We miss you, bro. Bro, I miss this as well. Believe me. Canon Fodder TV. Alex. Hey, Colin. Brilliant transfer window. No doubt about it, Alex. No doubt about it. I'm over the moon, man. This is easily the best transfer window we've had in 10 years. Like, I'm not hearing anything else, bro. I'm not hearing anything else. I don't know. Anyway, I think we'll wrap it up there, though, lads. It's been a productive show tonight. Actually, before we do that, Callie Brandon, name another centre back that can win you a game offensively. I think David Luiz is world class. Callie, okay, bro, you need to calm down. Okay, now David Luiz was world class, not anymore. All right, he's a decent option, but you need to calm down. You need to calm down, okay? And that's coming from me. Jesus Christ. Wilson, Upamecano, or Koulibaly. Oh, that's tough, man. But do you know what? I would go with Koulibaly simply because that's it. That's it. Archie having Louise means we don't need Xhaka to pass forward. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. It's not long term by any means, but it'll do for the meantime. It will do. And Loki's right when he says Louise is better than the rat Koscielny. I've said enough about that rat anyway. So it is what it is. It is what it is. But I think what we'll do, we'll end it there, guys. Like I said, been a very productive show. And yeah, looking forward to doing another one of these next week as well. Hopefully some of my predictions come off. Fingers crossed. And we'll go through them. We'll go through all of this week's games, well, the results on next week's show, as well as going through all of Game Week 2's games as well. So yeah, you got a lot to look forward to there. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed watching myself on the Same Old Arsenal podcast. And yeah, hopefully be back for more. So until next time, lads, have a good Thursday night. And yeah, peace, lads.